Welcome back everyone, another edition of In Focus with Drone Zero Productions, where we guide you on all things video marketing for small to medium-sized businesses. Tash, we're back in the office, baby.
I know, how nice is it to be back?
It's good, it's really good.
I guess for the people watching this, they probably won't know because we do some episodes here, some at home.
We're a little bit all over the shop, aren't we?
We have been doing it all over the shop, so we do apologise. I have had a few people hit me up and say, where's the podcast? And I'm like, oh God. You know?
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah.
Look, we've been busy.
Yeah, we have, which is no excuse though, because, you know, what do we tell our clients? Consistency.
Consistency breeds results.
Exactly, and so we haven't been consistent, but that's okay.
It is tricky though when we are trying to do it for everyone else.
100%, yeah.
It's like what's the builder's house and it's falling apart or something?
Yeah, it's that saying. It's like the builder's house is always the worst house.
Yeah.
Because of the very same reason. So we put all our time and energy into our clients, and then it's like, what about us? But look, we've managed to. I actually think it was because we were talking about this subject that we're going to talk about today, and I thought this is actually really important. Like, this is something that we should actually discuss on the podcast. And I was talking to a client about it, and so I thought we need to speak about this. The masses need to know about this.
Well, the suspense is killing me, Tash. What are we talking about today?
That's why we are filming this on a Friday afternoon on a public holiday, because, you know, when else do you get the chance?
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about the first 4 seconds of your video and why they are so important.
First 4 shots?
First 4 shots. Oh, rusty. Today we are going to be talking about the first 4 shots of your video and why they are so important.
Okay. All right, cool. Yep. I mean, it makes sense, right? But I guess there's always going to be situations where it's more important than others, right?
Yeah. But yes, 100%. I would say when you have a concentrated audience, it is less important.
Yeah.
When you are fighting for attention, it is more important.
Yeah, it's funny you say that as well, because when I was thinking about this topic, I was thinking specifically about YouTubers, right?
Yeah.
So generally speaking, they've got a really engaged audience.
Yes.
So sometimes I find that they will do this and they'll have like a montage of shots at the start, which sort of alludes to what the video might be about.
Yeah.
But then other times they don't, they just jump straight into it because they don't really need to sometimes. It's an interesting concept when they do it and when they don't do it.
And I think with YouTube it's different because you've got 2 elements there. You've got a concentrated audience, so a lot of people have subscribers and followers, and B, it's also linked to SEO. So because of that reason, and it picks up within your kind of first 10 to 15 seconds. So because of that reason, people want to make it very specific when it comes to like keywords. So I think YouTube can be slightly different in that sense, as opposed to a like 30-second social media ad where it's way more important.
Yeah, absolutely crucial, you have to say, for a social media ad.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, it's always important. The first 4 shots I think are always important because they set the tone of your video. So like, if you think about it, within the first, 10 seconds or even 5 seconds, we're going to decide whether we're going to watch something or not.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it has to intrigue us where we're like, oh, hang on, what's this about? Is it going to hit me emotionally? Is it going to educate me? What's this about, right? So it's either going to give me that answer or it's going to intrigue me enough to watch. There's no other ways about it. Some people go with the let's intrigue our audience, but they don't quite get it right and they lose them. So it can be really risky to try and do that. Or you can do this is what this is about. And people either go, this is for me or this isn't for me. So there's 2 kind of ways to approach it. Probably one that gets the better results and the more creative angle is that intrigue element. So like, I've got the attention here. What are we doing? Versus the, cool, we just need to get the message out to you. This is what it is.
Yeah, I guess one of those situations where that is the case would be like what we're doing with the podcast.
Yeah.
Something more instructional or how-to-y, we don't really have any shots to put in front of it anyway.
No. But I'm thinking like, let's give some examples for the listeners.
Sure.
So 20-second ad, which I'm going to be presented to on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
That is imperative that the first sequence really catches my attention.
Yeah,
If it doesn't, I'm not gonna watch.
Isn't that where we got the idea for the podcast from? We were in like a shop or something. Did they have a TV that had a video that was playing? I think this is where it was. I can't remember specifically what the video was. I should write the stuff down for next time. Helpful. But it was the shots that they were showing at the start of the video were like, yo, why are we going there? And because we're always in tune with like what other people are doing, I carried on watching the video, and then later on down the track were a whole bunch of shots that should have been right at the start that told me exactly kind of what I was getting myself into when I was watching the video.
Oh my God, I see it all the time. Well, I just see like general video. So like a lot of clients feel like they need to be putting out video content regularly, right? So they go, because that's how you gain, video is the way that, a lot of people gain followers because, at the moment, Meta loves video. So it pushes video to, people that haven't, maybe liked your page or even know you exist, right? So it's brilliant for that. But what it means is that people go, okay, we just have to have constant content curation to be able to do that. So we need reels. So what happens is I'm seeing videos and I'm like, hang on a minute. Like, why have we put these shots at the front?
Yeah.
I don't know what this is about. Like, the first 4 shots need to tell me what I'm going to watch or intrigue me enough.
Yeah.
That I'm going to watch.
Yeah, it needs to allude to some kind of message or some story that might be being told, or if it's solving a problem, potentially what the problem is and like a hint at what the solution is.
Well, when we do our YouTube videos, I always start with a hook.
Yeah.
Right away. I don't start with, hi, I'm Tasha. It's literally a hook. It's saying, do you find that you have trouble sleeping? So I instantly go, yes, I do. I'm instantly hooked,
Yeah.
Are you constantly lying awake, feeling anxious? Yes, I am. So it's like, I'm hooked already.
5 tips to get you to a handicap of 10 and under if you play golf.
100%. Easy.
Agree with that one bit.
Like, whereas if it's something like, are you struggling with the school time routine? No, I'm not. I don't have kids. So it's got nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? So but I instantly know that video is not for me.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's the shots and it's also the messaging. But I think if you've got more of a VO style, it's more advertorial, less promotional. Yeah, I mean the first four shots, everything. You're fighting for attention, right?
So should we focus then maybe on giving some tips of what people can be showing?
Yeah, go ahead. What do you think?
What do you think?
I think, well, should we talk about like a specific?
Okay. Yeah, this is a really popular one.
Okay.
I need to create a reel.
Yep.
For my cat biscuit business. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I make great cat biscuits, but I need the world to know about them.
Yeah, sure.
So I've heard that social media is a really good place to get that interest from an audience who I'm not engaging with at the moment. So we need to create a 30-second reel.
Cool. Who's the audience apart from just
cat owners? Yeah,
obviously. That to me is far too broad. So
cool. It's
I'm
quite
gonna narrow it down.
It's quite a premium product, almost for posh cats.
Posh cats. So brilliant. Okay, so it's posh cats. So to buy this cat in the first place, you've got a lot of money.
Yeah, it's not your Whiskers or your Friskies.
Okay. So are we saying that like, I'm earning $100,000 plus?
Yeah, household income.
100
plus easy. Yeah.
Great. See, you have that. That might not be so super relevant for this.
And this is what we do. We like to have conversations with our clients because we need to delve a little bit deeper sometimes to get this information out of them. Even I'm guilty of it, as we've seen.
So I want to see a cat. I want to see biscuits.
I can do cats, so I can do biscuits.
A happy cat.
A happy cat.
I want to see a cat. I want to see a happy cat eating biscuits.
And a sick house.
Yeah. In a beautiful house. I want this cat to be, the people that are going to buy these biscuits consider themselves that they look after their pet like no one else does, right? Like, literally.
Wow, I've just thought of something. Sometimes people get the message or the perception that cats don't like their humans. I've got another layer to this, to this video that we're going to be creating.
Yeah.
What we need to do is show the cat actually liking the human because of the biscuits as well.
100%.
Because there's a lot of like, oh, cat doesn't like me, just wants me for my food. But if it actually shows that it's being affectionate,
yeah,
down a rabbit hole anyway.
Anyway, basically, I need to see cats. I need to see biscuits. I need to see happy cats.
Yeah.
I think we've lost the plot slightly. But what? I guess what I'm saying is that like,
Okay, here we go. I've got a business.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a cleaning business. It's
Yes.
not a cat cleaning business, but I clean windows.
Okay, cool.
Commercial buildings.
Yeah, brilliant.
So what I guess you want to be showing is someone cleaning a fucking huge building
Yeah. If
and not the people in the office.
No, I do not. That's a really good example. So, say we are creating something that's maybe like 30 seconds or even 60 seconds, right? And I'm talking to you, what are your unique selling points, right? What do you do different than anyone else? I imagine that this company is going to say comms. We're so good at communication, right? That is, yes, we clean the windows, loads of people, but that is, why people come back to us, because our comms are. Doesn't mean that I'm going to put the lady in the office on the phone at the very beginning.
Are you there?
Yeah. Are you there? Yeah. Jimmy's 15 minutes away.
Yeah.
Just let him know that he's en route, whatever it might be. No. I'm going to put, I know this sounds so obvious, guys. You're probably thinking, of course you're going to put window clean. But do you know how many times we see that actually, and I'm talking about the first 4 shots, right? I'm not talking about the 20 seconds of video. I'm talking about 4 shots.
Yeah, we can show Jimmy and Janine in the office later on.
100%. What I want to see is someone cleaning windows.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, this is like 100%. If we have an amazing, massive budget and I can take them on this journey and it's going on telly, different story. But this is, we're talking about social media ad here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I can see the team in the office having great comms with people. Absolutely. But no, I need to see people washing windows. I know that sounds so obvious. You would not believe how many times we don't actually see this, and it's going to take me 20 seconds to work out. What is it you're selling?
Yeah.
Relax. I'm going to give you an example, a product.
Okay. What kind of product?
Like anything. Like let's go for a drink. Let's go for...
Energy drink. Oh my god, no, yes. Energy drink. Oh shit, I saw one on TV the other day. It was a TV ad.
Yeah.
And it was probably a 30-second spot, and I think the first 20 seconds I was wondering, what the fuck is going on here?
But was it intriguing you that you watched it, or were you like, what's this? And I'm going to go...
Nah, it wasn't even that level of going like generating some kind of curiosity.
Yeah.
I was just like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
And then at the end, boom, energy drink. I was like, what the fuck? Maybe was that the point, to just confuse people? I don't know.
No, well, I mean, it depends. Like,
Is that like one of the advertising theories?
well, no, I mean, if it's a product, you should know. I mean, I don't know who said this. I don't know if it was David Ogilvy. I can't remember.
David Ogilvy on The Old Boy.
I can't remember who said this, but someone said something around like, if it's a product, you need to know. No, I think it was like the first 10 seconds about what's being sold. I need to find that out. That out and come back to you on that. That it was something like that. But I just think it's like, for example, people go, I'm selling a product and it's a, I don't know, it's got no calories, it's light, it's sparkly, it's like, maybe it's a alcohol-free drink.
Yeah,
Alcohol-free.
seltzers. Yeah.
And so you're like, okay, well, I know, we'll have a girl, she's walking down the beach, and then she goes for a swim.
Make sure she's wearing a bikini as well, you know?
I mean, sure. Then she comes out, then she lies down on her, bed, and then, she orders this certain drink, right? Like, that's a sequence that could maybe work for telly. Like...
Well, she's wearing the bikini, you gotta throw that in there, because the sex sells thing. Sorry,
So-
I'm so sorry, but it does.
But social media,
Yeah.
I want to see... I want it to be a lot more punchy than that.
Yeah, need to get straight to the point, because
Straight to the point.
depending on what's happening in those scenes where she's walking to the beach or lying down on a towel or whatever, people are just gonna go, not relevant.
Versus like a school promotional video where you've... And I'm not talking about cut down videos here that go on... that I'm not talking about advertising purposes now. I'm talking about something which is on a website and you're seeing things shown at an open day, or you've got a concentrated audience, versus that where, yes, the 4 shots are important because they're going to set the tone for the whole video.
Yeah.
And people are going to go, oh, they're going to sit back in the auditorium, they can sit back on their laptop or whatever and go, oh, okay, this looks great. So it's still really important there, but it doesn't need to be as in your face. It needs to be more engaging.
Yeah, so if they're further down the funnel where it's less awareness, more building a bit more trust.
Yes.
And they're generally a bit more warmed up along the sales process.
Still really important, but the 4 shots are going to be different.
Yeah, gotcha.
The first 4 shots are still really important, but they're going to be different.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Cool.
What else have you got?
I mean, the basic message was here, guys, is make it obvious. Keep
Yeah.
it simple and make it obvious. Don't try and be too creative, too ambiguous.
I wouldn't say don't how we do creative, but like, what do I say? Keep it simple, stupid, guys.
Well, that's what I just said, and you said not to.
You said don't. What I mean, I guess, is keep it simple and not be creative. It's very, very different things. You can be simple and creative.
Okay.
So I think it's more like just keep it, keep it simple. I mean, some of the greatest ads in the world are like you know, they take you on the story. It's like Nike, they don't sell shoes. Well, they obviously sell shoes, but like then I would go out to Nike because there's such great storytelling, right?
Yeah.
But the first 4 shots for them are still very important.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not saying, hi, here's my shoes, but the first 4 shots, and we can go and have a look at these, will hook you in right away.
Yeah.
So I think that's my take home message, is that the first 4 shots are really important in terms of engaging with your viewer, however the medium is.
I would say that I'll just preface that and say with Nike, they're not necessarily about selling products.
No.
They're about what they stand for, their brand message. It's a byproduct of all the advertising they do, I reckon. Like, you watch the majority of Nike ads, I'm not even sure they even talk about a product.
No, they don't, but you still don't buy the product.
You might see it every now and then, but yeah. It's
But you still
interesting.
don't buy the products.
It's interesting.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Nike's business is to sell products.
Yeah. But, okay. Maybe with the budgets that we deal with on a more day-to-day basis, you can't do that.
I actually just think, getting back to the message of this podcast, 4 shots, whether it was a Nike ad, whether it's something that you're shooting on your phone, whether it is, you know, you've just thought, oh my god, I'm just going to post something on Instagram, I'm just going to do a reel, like I've said an idea. Like, doesn't matter what layer it is, whether it's going on telly, doesn't matter where it's going, the first 4 shots are crucial. They will be different for different messages, for different mediums. They will be different. Is the most important thing.
There you have it, people. First 4 shots. Keep them snappy, keep them creative, keep it obvious.
Keep it meaningful.
Keep it meaningful. All right, that wraps us up, I think.
First 4 shots.
Boom.
Thanks, everyone.
Oh, we don't have the outro music anymore, so
So,
I don't really know how to wrap these up anymore.
so then you go, we're finished.